It is important to look good. Your appearance, this is what you need for attraction, to get your foot in the door, initial attraction. But looks isn't what makes a woman fall in love. That would be your behavior. That would be who you are as a man inside, your inner value. When you think high value man, don't think about money and status and like these external things. High value is internal value, which comes from building yourself internally through inner work. What's up, you guys? So today we're talking about why behavior matters more than looks when dating women. I was gonna make the title why behavior matters more than looks when in attracting women, and I realized this is completely wrong. It's not about attraction, but I'll explain about that soon. So it's a female nature video. We have a pink light. We have pink bear ears. Took me a while to find these. Pink robe. So female nature, here we go. Talking about women. You guys seem to like this. I get feedback more when it's about these kinds of topics. I keep seeing this online, like the whole Blackpill movement, the Blackpill incel community. This is a growing community worldwide. Lots of incels out there. They will tell you, they have this belief, which is completely delusional, that your appearance, how you look, is all that matters when it comes to women. Women only care about looks. You have to be tall, six-pack, chiseled jaw, otherwise you're just gonna die a virgin. This is the core message of the black pill incels. I couldn't disagree more. I think behavior is all that matters and looks barely matter. Looks do matter when it comes to the initial attraction, getting your foot in the door. So if it, in business terms, when you will get more leads, your lead generation will be more successful. You'll get more opportunities with more women, the better you look. And what is better look? Like height, obviously, being tall, being lean, this all helps get more leads, get initial attraction. But you could completely ruin it with whatever woman you're talking to if your behavior is not correct. You can have a guy who has like 10 out of 10 model looks, tall, jacked, perfect jawline, and he can completely fuck it up with a woman because of his behavior. He doesn't behave correctly. And you can have a guy who doesn't look that great, who's short, and in the face, nothing special, average or below average. And yeah, he will get less women, he will get initial attraction from less women. But on this channel, I'm not really talking about attracting women. I say that, I use those words, I say to attract instead of pursue. But getting attraction is very superficial. Most guys can get some level of attraction from a woman. What you want is genuine desire. You want genuine raw desire. I use those words a lot. And the only way to get genuine raw desire and to keep it is through behavior. It has nothing to do with your looks. So if you don't behave correctly, it doesn't matter how good you look. And if you do behave correctly, you can get genuine raw desire from a woman. You'll have fewer leads, but you can convert those leads. You'll have a higher success rate in closing if your behavior is correct. So what is correct behavior? Let's talk about that. So correct behavior, it all just boils down to signaling abundance. Signaling through your behavior that you have an abundance of options with women. Maybe the options you have are hotter and better than the woman you're currently interacting with. This is the behavior I'm talking about. This is correct behavior. You want to signal through your behavior that you're a pre-selected man. Women are hardwired by nature to seek value and strength and genetic fitness in men. So by signaling through your behavior that you're pre-selected by other women, other potentially hotter women than her, this tells her that you have value, that you have high genetic fitness. Women are like machines at sniffing out strength and value from men. And you display strength and value and high genetic fitness through your behavior. It's not through your look. Your looks do signal genetic fitness, like viscerally. If you're a large man, this shows good genetic fitness. If you're muscular and lean and strong looking. So I don't want to say it's 100% behavior, but whereas your looks, they can't really fix the behavior issue, but the behavior could fix the looks issue. So if your appearance, if your looks are not the best, you can overwhelm that with behavior, but you can't overwhelm poor behavior with looks. So the behavior and acting pre-selected, having abundance, this is much more important. So I'm gonna outline 4 key behaviors. Number 1, indifference. This is probably the most important behavior, acting indifferent. And these are all behaviors. It's going to be an act. You're going to be acting like this to start with. Eventually, you're just going to become this person, and you don't have to act. You don't have to try to be indifferent. This is just how you will naturally behave over time. So indifference, aloofness, outcome independence. This is what it really is. If you want to put a cool word onto it, outcome independence. You don't care what happens. You're not looking for a specific outcome. You're kind of just chill. You're chill guy vibes. You don't care what happens. You don't care how she reacts. You're not trying to impress her. Indifference is key. Key behavior 1, indifference. Key behavior number 2, confidence. Confidence means you're not looking for external validation and you don't care what other people's opinions are of you. You're secure in yourself. You know you're the shit. You know you're God's gift to women, and you don't care what anyone else thinks about it because you value your own opinion over yourself way higher than you value anyone's opinion. Who are other people that their opinion should matter to you? You know yourself better than anyone. So if you know you're the shit, that's all that matters. And this is where your confidence comes from. You don't need this woman you're interacting with to give you validation and to tell you how great you are. You know you're great. You don't need other people to tell you. You don't care about people's compliments and you don't care about people's insults. They're equally worthless to you. Confidence, very attractive. Key behavior number 3, abundance mentality. You have to carry yourself with this, like in the back of your mind, knowing that you just have an abundance of options with beautiful women. You should program your subconscious to believe this until it becomes the reality. These are all techniques and tactics kind of, but if you learn about this stuff, this is what I'm doing with these videos. I'm trying to educate you. If you learn about this stuff and implement it into your life over the years, you will eventually become this person and you will have true abundance. Like women actually have abundance. They don't have to try to think about, oh, I have so many options. They actually do have limitless options with men. If you don't have limitless options with women, you need to trick your brain into thinking you do. And having this abundance mentality, this will give you a pep in your step. It'll give you some swagger to bring to the table. And eventually you will have an abundance of options, and then you don't have to program your subconscious. You're just gonna actually have abundance and then you will naturally behave. The end goal is to just naturally behave this way. Right now you're learning how to behave, and eventually it's just going to be organic and natural for you. So number 3, abundance mentality. And key behavior number 4 is going to be playfulness. I think you should treat all of life playfully. There's a great book by Nietzsche, The Gay Science. Highly recommend. It's my favorite book. The Gay Science, it means like the joyous wisdom. Life should be joyous and not serious. Don't take things seriously, especially women. The worst thing you can do is talk to a woman seriously about serious topics, and like this whole like interview style. Guys go on dates and they just want to they want to tell the girl about him. This is the worst thing you can do. Mystery and uncertainty. And by telling her about yourself and treating it like a serious thing and trying to develop some kind of serious thing, this ruins all desire from her. Don't do this. Be playful, be in the moment. Never talk about any serious topics or discussions. If you want to talk about something, just look around you and talk about what's happening. Oh, look at that cool light fixture. That's sweet. Oh, I really like those earrings. Where'd you get those? Just notice things in your environment. Don't talk about anything deep or serious. Deep, serious discussion is anti-seductive. You want to avoid it at all costs. And you might be asking yourself, oh, but at what point can we make a deep connection? At no point does that happen. You need to get this idea out of your head. Refer to my video, I'll put a link to that. You need to get the idea of exclusive relationships out of your head. You need to get this idea of romantic love and holding hands on the beach or something, or writing love poems, I don't know. Get this shit out of your head. This is such weak pussy behavior. It's gonna dry up the woman's vagina faster than anything, is acting like this. This is not how men act. A woman writing a love letter, a woman wanting to hold hands, a woman wanting a deep connection, this is fine. These are all feminine desires. A masculine desire is to conquer and dominate the world. It's very different from feminine desires of relationships and love. So if you're a man, if you have 2 balls between your legs, act like it. Get this idea of love and relationships out of your head. You guys don't deserve this education I'm giving you for free right now. I should make a course. So those are the 4 key behaviors. Any man, regardless of looks, can display these behaviors. So now you're starting to see why looks aren't as important as you once thought. Looks do serve a purpose. So let's talk about looks versus behavior. So looks, money, status, game, all these things are great for initial attraction. This is what gets your foot in the door. This is all superficial stuff. These things determine the amount of leads, the amount of romantic leads you can get, but they don't guarantee success. You could still fumble the bag if your behavior is not correct. So the behavior is what determines the close rate. This is what makes a woman have genuine desire for you. It's not your looks. Your looks get your foot in the door. You can work with your looks and your appearance, how you dress, your physique. All of these things can be improved upon so that you can raise how many romantic leads you get, but you can't close and actually get raw desire without behavior. You can look amazing and still women will reject you if you show behaviors like neediness or approval seeking, low value behavior, feminine behavior. If you're like approval seeking and trying to impress her, all of this will make your perfect looks completely irrelevant. Behavior is the #1 most important thing when it comes to making a woman fall in love with you. You could probably get a one-night stand. So if your goal is to just get laid, you don't even have to worry about behavior. You can just not even talk to a girl and get laid if you look good. But sex is empty. Meaningless, casual sex is completely void of meaning. So it's just a waste of time. Why? You just want some pleasure? You just want to bust a nut? This is pathetic. You should want more for yourself. And if you want more for yourself, learn how to behave correctly. So this is why the black pill guys, they're only seeing half the story. They're basically losers. They don't have a lot of experience with women and dating and relationships. Please don't listen to these guys. Don't listen to the incels and black pill communities about when it comes to, don't obsess over your looks. It's really not that important. If you meet a baseline level of attractiveness and looks, that's all you need, and then focus entirely on your inner value, and your behavior is just displaying what you're like on the inside. This is what women fall in love with. They don't fall in love with how men look. Men are so dumb because they think, oh, I'm in love with her because of how she looks. So they think women are the opposite of men. They don't fall in love with looks, they fall in love with character, who you are as a man inside, which is displayed through your behavior, through your confidence, through your abundance, and your assertiveness, your dominance. Get your testosterone levels up. Not exogenous, but learn about how to increase your testosterone naturally. This will help you behave correctly with women. The higher your testosterone, the lower your emotion, and the more aloof and the less you care about stuff. If you want to be successful with women, you need to start living like a real man. And what do real men do? What do they care about? Eating, sleeping, working out, making money. It really is that simple. These are the things you should be focused on. And learning, obviously. Most of my day is spent learning or teaching. And when you're teaching, you're actually solidifying what you've learned. It seems to be getting dark, so I'm gonna wrap this video. What do you guys think? Behavior, looks, what's more important? I hope I've convinced you that behavior is far more important. I mean, it is important to look good. Your appearance, this is what you need for attraction, to get your foot in the door, initial attraction. You gotta look decent at least. But looks isn't what makes a woman fall in love. That would be your behavior. That would be who you are as a man inside, your inner value. When you think high value man, don't think about money and status and like these external things. High value is internal value, which comes from building yourself internally through inner work, reading, writing, meditation, hiking in nature, solitude. These are the things that build you internally. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm having a perfect day today. Gym is up next. Doing all 11 good habits. Not getting high. Day one, no weed. I did 30 days in a row, and then I fucked up for my friend's birthday. But anyway, it's all part of the process. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.